Okay, just now I mentioned that the idea of microcourses and how it supports learning and in what way we can use it to do our teaching. Now I want to give you some examples of the microcourses. So the second part is about types and application scenarios of microcourses. Here I want to share you about 6 categories of microcourses. There are more microcourses than the 6, but here I just want to share, I think, the most important 6 categories to you. The first one is sometimes we have to teach concept, have to teach principles, sometimes we have to teach laws. So we want people to understand the concept clearly. We want to help them to know the eternal laws or logic. Then we use the micro courses to develop theoretical lectures. In design something that want to explain the concept and the principles, we must make sure that make people to know what are important, what are not. So this one is the first we have to consider to make it clear. Okay. The second is that one key concept or new concept appear, we sometimes will put some subtitles or prompts to help them. The third one is that try to explain the things differently from textbooks. You know that students have textbooks. If you just copy what they are explaining in the textbook, I think that some students, for college students, they will not be interested in it. Okay, they will think that you do not understand it very clearly. So use your own words, use your own way to explain it is very important. Then explain theory or a concept, we have to give them some examples. Examples are very useful in explain a concept or an idea. Here I want to use a course from Coursera. That is, the course name is Connected Leadership. Actually, it's a very contact learning content about the connected leadership. I just get one that want to unpack the connected and the leadership. I think that we understand connected, we understand leadership, but we don't understand what is connected leadership. So the Professor Boyd tried to give us the explanation in 10 minutes. Professor Boyd takes 10 minutes to unpack the meaning of connected leadership and discuss the purpose of this course is to making people become a connected leader and try to explore the meanings of the term leader and connected. So in this short course, that is about 10 minutes, it tries first to describe the leadership, the meaning of leadership, then the meaning of connected, then the meaning of connected leadership. Okay, the whole process explained that the connected and the leadership try to find out that a connected leader at a high system level is someone who not only analyze the world and the systems they live in, but also automatically connects with appreciate their unique viewpoint. So he first tried to explain connected, then explain leadership, then put them together, make us to understand what is a real connected leader. Okay, this 10 minutes video shows us how to make the two concepts be combined together that generate a new meaning. After you learned the connected leadership, this part, you understand the connected, understand the leadership, understand the connected leadership. So this is one way to show us how to make a video that on a theoretical theme. Next example of the micro course is reasoning and calculating. You know, in many courses, we have to make students to understand the principles, the inherent laws, and understand the meaning of the knowledge that in the process of deduction. This is the way that we want the student to learn something in certain procedures. They can understand what to do each step. I think that when we are designing this course, we should use software, blackboard, paper, animation, and other ways to present the reasoning and the calculating process clearly. We can combine with the screen recorder software to present content. Finally, we also have to use the video editing software simultaneously to make the procedures very clearly. For example, changing video playback speed, adding color, or graphical annotation. Use these ways to help us to make it clear. Here is an example. This is a computer science class about programming with a purpose. Professor Sedgwick wants to show students what is nesting. Actually, nesting is not just a separate part of the. Actually, nesting is just a part of the whole process of computer science programming about conditions and the loops. So he used the video to show the numbers, show the process of how to programming. The third kind of micro courses is Q&A. I think everyone is familiar with this. When students have questions, they will show their questions in any way that we give them answers. Sometimes we, as a teacher, we will edit our own questions and then give answers to make sure students can use it more easily. For QA micro courses, we should analyze examples of mistakes in depth to help students understand, or systematically analyze student problems in their learning process, develop different micro courses according to the levels, knowledge points of the problems, and from micro course groups. This means that we have to know some important knowledge points that students have to grasp. If they do not grasp, then you find them out. Then you can use a micro course. You can create a micro course to help them understand understand why they are making mistakes and what are the real or the correct answers. Here I give you two examples. The first example is that the teachers want the student to know the Bloom's taxonomy. I think this is very important ideas. You don't need to repeat all the time. So students can learn it by themselves. So you can use this as a resource for students to learn Bloom's taxonomy. The second one is that when students writing essays, they often make mistakes. Some mistakes are so popular that the author here tried to give them some ideas how to avoid the mistakes. So you can use this as a resource for helping students avoid essay mistakes. The fourth type of micro course is about emotion perception. When we are designing this kind of course, we will give students the positive ideas about our life. Okay, emotional insight are often conveyed through the narrative storytelling. Usually we use the story to help them. For emotional perception micro courses, we should highlight the characteristics of small, close, new, and vivid. Small means seeing the big picture through small things and gaining insight through limited information. Close means being close to life and experience of students. New means innovating in form. Vivid means emphasize empathy and with situation and reasoning with students. In design this kind of micro course, I think that we use the visuals, especially with the authentic background. Next one, sometimes you can use music. I think the last one is the most important. That means leave room for students to reflect and think. Here I want to show you two examples of the micro course that are related to emotion perception. First one is how to be happier in 5 steps with 0 weird tricks by Lauren Santos. The second one is how to find inner peace and serenity. I think this one, these two, when I'm watching these two, I feel peaceful. I feel that it's easy to understand. Even if we have some difficulties in our life, we should be positive and try to solve the problem with the inherent peaceful feelings. So these two are examples of the courses that can make people to feel emotional connected. Next type of micro course is skill training. Skill training means to help students understand and master the motor skills, operational skills, or language skills. Usually, I think this can be learned step by step. When we are designing this kind of course, we should use explanations or written guidance to get students to observe, discuss, and analyze, and focus on key points. Use production strategies such as focus, slow motion, or multiple angles according to specific content. When you are shooting or location, please pay attention to composition, the background. Highlight the subject, not let the background to influence your main points. Next one, in addition to explaining how to do something, it is also necessary to explain what should not be done according to the needs. Last one, when we are talking about skills, involving students in demonstration is also a good design strategy. Ask students to get involved into it is also very important. You can ask a student to show if they have learned how to use it, how to do it, and give examples to other students. Here, usually when we're talking about the skills, it's a vast domain. So here I want to give an example about Python statistics for financial analysis by Professor Wan. In his course, he wants to ask students. In his course, he wants students to explain the 2 major reasons why Python is one of the most popular languages for doing financial analysis, and summarize the 4 major Python packages that are essential for doing financial data analysis. Show the overall procedure of importing CSV files into a data frame. The 4th is select the important columns of data frame and create features of a data frame to further enhance the analysis. Build a simple trading strategy, trend following strategy based on the concepts and the coding given. So these are the one by one. The skills that students, if you want to learn something, you have to know how to importing data from CSV files into Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is a kind of tool that be used in this course. If you want to make sure the students gain the skills, you must ask them to do it. Okay, so you can ask students to open the notebook and do all these things. These are the ways of teaching students to learn some skills. The last one is experiment. Experiment are often used in our course, especially in science, technology, or engineering. Students have to do experiments to show that they understand the scientific principles. Here, when you are designing this kind of micro courses, you make sure that the action should be standardized and correct. The operation speed should be appropriate. You have to use explanations or written guidance to get students to observe, discuss, and analyze. And use the key operations or paths needed to be accompanied by text or notations. Not just the steps, each step you are doing, you have to give them some text and to help them to understand what is happening. Okay. The last ones use production strategies such as Fox and slow motion, multiple angles according specific content. Here I want to give you the example from mature open courseware, general physics laboratory experiments. From each video, you can see how each physics experiment can be done with the proper devices and what kind of conclusion they can get from the experiment. So these are very important for students to understand the physics phenomena. After I've shown you the 6 types of micro courses, I want to say that different types of micro courses serve different roles in education by providing learners with targeted knowledge and skills in condensed format. Whether it is acquiring new skills, expanding knowledge, enhancing expertise in the field, learning a language, personal growth, or adapting to technological advancement, micro courses have shown convenience and values, including time efficiency, foster learning, flexibility, affordability, skill enhancement, continuous learning, exploration and experimentation, and networking opportunities for learners to achieve their learning goals.